Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol PLUG. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like a few weeks worth of time. It's actually just the past 2 days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis on Friday, so that's where these red and green line annotations are coming from. And before anything else, I want to do a little house cleaning here and get this line out of here. Sure, it still pertains, but from a presentation standpoint, with the goal of making this just as clean, as clear as possible, I'm just going to get that line out of there so things don't get too sloppy with a million lines all over the place. And we'll first start by talking about areas of support. And from a support standpoint, the two main ones right now that are really standing out is the first one right here at about $2.27, which I talked about on Friday's video, and that is currently being represented by that green line right there. But from the big picture of things, which I believe I talked about on Friday, it's all about the purple line here, which is the famous 50-period simple moving average. Keyword there being moving. So as time goes by, that purple line is going to continue to move its way upwards and just make progress in the upwards direction. So from a very simplistic point of view, assuming you care about the big picture of things, as long as the price is above that purple line going forward, the bulls are in full health, the bulls are in full control. Now, I realize that there is perspective that goes into that. I mean, if you are a day trader and you bought right there, or you bought right there and you wanted to sell within 7 seconds, then yeah, for you, you couldn't care less about that, and you probably think I sound crazy using the word bullish, but again, I am talking about from the big picture perspective, and from the grand scheme of things, as long as the price is above that purple line, as that purple line increases upwards, then the bulls are in full health. Now, as far as levels of resistance are concerned, nothing here to really update. Although confirmation, I would say, is probably a pretty accurate word. Confirmation of what? Well, if you watched the video from Friday, hopefully you remember me talking about 245 as resistance, and sure enough, this morning, that's right where the price did find resistance. So I'm not saying that it's impossible to break through 245 or anything like that. I'm just saying it makes sense why the price couldn't quite push through it this morning and struggled up around that area. So 245 still that primary area of resistance, with the next key one up there around the $2.52-53 area. All in all, price is still doing just fine. The bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base, and that's what it's all about, because as long as there's higher bases being built over longer stretches of time, that's how those long-term uptrends are constructed.
One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.